Nigeria, when you hear about it in the news, it's often tied to stories of violence, kidnapping, and chaos. But beneath the headlines, there's a tangled web of banditry, political interests, and deeply rooted conflict. And at the heart of it all, the Christian farming communities in the Middle Belt are paying the heaviest price. So, what's really happening behind the banditry and these alarming claims of genocide? Let's break it down into 3 key points. First, the violence itself. Since 2023, over 10,000 people have been killed and millions displaced, with attacks on villages, kidnappings, and mass murders. Many of these assaults target predominantly Christian communities, entire villages burned overnight, families torn apart, and hundreds of thousands forced to flee. In places like Benue and Plateau states, the scale is staggering. Second, who are the perpetrators and what's fueling this crisis? The answer isn't simple. Armed groups labeled as herder terrorists or bandits are often blamed, and many victims point to attackers from the mostly Muslim Fulani ethnic group. But there's more going on. There's a messy mix of farmer-herder conflict over land and water made worse by climate change and population growth. Add in religious and ethnic tensions, plus ideological groups like Boko Haram and ISWAP in the northeast, and you've got a perfect storm. And yes, some of these groups do deliberately target Christians, but Muslims are victims too. Third, let's talk about who is or isn't stopping it. The Nigerian government insists it's not a targeted genocide, but a wider security crisis. But critics, including Amnesty International, say officials are failing to protect people, hardly making arrests, and rarely prosecuting anyone. This sense of impunity only fuels more violence. Meanwhile, international leaders are calling it a Christian genocide, and the US has even threatened sanctions. But the problem is much more complex than just religion. So, what's the hidden truth? Nigeria's crisis is driven by a dangerous mix of desperate banditry, resource conflict, and political failure. Christian communities are suffering the worst, but the violence touches everyone. Until the world looks past the headlines and tackles the roots of the problem, real peace will stay out of reach. Thanks for watching. If you want to dig deeper into stories like this, don't forget to subscribe.